Today we got a special video for you guys. We're doing AlphaRex versus Morimoto! Hey guys, how do we keep it dirty? Again, we got our big comparison. You guys have been asking for this comparison for a very long time. And thanks to Gavin, we're finally able to make it happen. I got Jason with me.
It's Raptor 1023.
And I got Gavin with me.
F-150.
For this comparison, we're starting off with the Midnight Series. And Jason's going to give us an introduction on the Midnight Series.
I am. So the Midnight Series is AlphaRex's brand new headlight that just came out. It's basically a revision of the first Nova Series light that came out. So the subtle differences you can see, obviously, is everything inside the actual headlight housing has been blacked out. Your daytime running lights, otherwise known as your planks that highlight the outside of the light, those are also a little bit different than the original Nova Series. It's a more pronounced LED versus the diffuser strips that were in there before. But as far as light projection, everything's about the same.
Now, Gavin, you got the Morimotos. What makes these special, right? So what Morimotos are these? And can give us an overview of what you got.
So yeah, the Morimotos, there are a sequential turn signal, just your typical low and high beam, but no special indicators or anything like that.
We got two pods here for low beams, right?
Yep.
Then we got two for high beam.
That's correct.
Are these halogen? Are these HID? Or are they LED?
These are all LED.
So it's a full LED light.
Yep.
Okay. And how long have you had these?
I've had these about 1.5 years now.
Any issues in that 1.5 years?
I've had 2 warranty claims for them. DRL completely non-functional. The blinker also didn't work. And then for the driver's side, I had the high beams were not secured, and they would shake and they wouldn't stay in place.
Wow. Do you know how long the warranty is on these guys?
So luckily, I got a 5-year warranty.
Did you pay extra for the 5-year warranty?
No extra. I paid $12.50 from stage 3, and that included the 5-year warranty. And so far, it's been a pretty good warranty, so I'm pretty happy with that part.
So you said you paid $12.50, right? But I think we've seen it online, and the price varies anywhere between $1,900, I think we've seen, down to, I think the price stabilized around $1,600, and then a lot of the shops tend to have sale prices on them where it gets them down to about $1,200, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Now the AlphaRex, depending on the model you get, they start at $12.50 and they go up to $1,300 depending on if you have the Raptor model that needs the extra wire harness and the color combination. This light also as well as full LED, both the top and the bottom, the planks LED. The only thing that's not an LED is the little light bulb there because it reuses the factory bulb.
Factory from F-150.
Factory from F-150 bulb. Now the kit will come with an incandescent bulb, so if you guys want one of these, it comes with an incandescent bulb, but you can definitely reach out to some of the other manufacturers out there like LastFit and get yourself a nice bright LED. Another cool feature of these guys is this is actually clear. The only reason that looks amber is because it's got an amber bulb in it. That's a nice little feature that only these guys have that the black series and the chrome series don't. Alright, so already we can see a difference. See how ours are it's just basically a typical circular pattern, right? All of them have their own. The bottom ones are a little bit wider. On yours, you could see it's a very narrow pattern. You see that?
Yeah.
And then a very wide pattern for the high beams. Very, very different tactics. The other thing you can notice too, and you notice this farther back, the new Midnight Plank is super bright compared to the Morimoto's. Way, way different. Now, let's talk about installation. How easy were these to install? Was it as simple as plug and play and DRL harness, or did you have to do anything else special to get them to work?
It was pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The only real difference was not using the factory parking plug and then the DRL into the fuse box.
So the factory parking plug is just kind of sitting there disconnected?
So I disconnected those and I actually ran them through my grill, but other than that, they're no longer in use.
Okay. No hyper flashing in the dash, right? So no coding or anything like that?
I've never had hyper flashing, but I have read in forums people have had issues with it in the past.
Okay. So it sounds like it's a very similar install. The AlphaRex has a very similar install. It has a DRL harness to keep the DRLs going. Everything is plug and play, so if you have a standard F-150, everything plugs into the light just like it would. If you have a Raptor, they make a harness specially for the Raptors that includes a CAN bus too, to make sure that you can plug everything still, make it plug and play, and you don't have any hyper flash in the dash, so no extra coding or anything like that required. One last thing. Who do we think is going to be the brightest? Who's going to have the best light output, everything like that? What are the projections? Are you sticking with your Morimotos?
Well, after doing a little bit of research, I'm probably going to say the AlphaRex are going to do a little bit better. So.
Jason, what do you think?
Honestly, I don't know. I've never seen Morimotos in person until today. It's going to be an eye-opener for sure.
We're going to do a couple tests for you guys. We're going to do an output test. We're going to put the trucks side by side in a staggered pattern so you guys can clearly see the light output and see which one shoots farther, which one shoots widest, narrowest, whatever. Second test we're going to do is we're going to put them on a road so you can see how they shoot throughout the road and see if they add any additional contours, right? That's very important for us at off-road. We want to be able to see all the little dips and stuff like that on the roads. Finally, we're going to go find a wall and point the truck straight at the wall and see how the light patterns look side by side to give you guys the best comparison for an off-road use. A lot of you guys are going to be pointing out this is a 2018. It's not a fair comparison because that's more of the Raptor style, which is from the 17 to current 15, Raptors 17. And the 15 to 17 F-150s. But this is what we're really testing here. This bit right here is what matters to us. This is identical whether you get the 17 F-150s, 15 to 17 F-150s, or the 19 to 20, which is what's currently available now. This part right here is identical, so the light output's going to be exactly the same. Nothing's going to be different on that. There is going to be a difference though on the AlphaRex side. If you get the AlphaRex lights on the 18 model, we are only going to have 2 pods instead of the 3 you see here. That is going to be a little different for you guys that have the regular standard F-150s. All right, guys, sit back, relax, check out the comparison, and let us know what you guys think. And try not to fast forward. Put down in the comments who you thought was going to win before we did the comparison. What we're doing here, guys, is we want to get our genuine reactions from these two guys of the patterns of the lights out on the dry lake bed. So we're going to get the drone up in the air.
Dude, look.
Look at the difference in light pattern.
AlphaRex are a lot more brighter, wider.
Dude, and the width is what got me right now. Wow.
A lot more brighter and wider than the AlphaRex.
Now the Morimotos are a little bit further, but because they haven't been adjusted, right?
Yep. That's one thing I definitely want to point out. So check out how our light is about, what, 15 feet away from the front? Yours is much farther out. And it kind of shows you which one is pointed and which one is not. So the Morimoto beats us by a hair, by just a hair. But look at how much light is coming out of that, man. Just how wide it is.
Look at the detail. Look at the detail in front of the AlphaRex.
I mean, I'm just blown away by that. That's a lot of light. It's all very skinny here, and it's a usable light. So it's not just, you know, light just to throw a light out there like some of the cheaper ones do. That's usable light. So Jason, why don't we have you go and kind of show us where the cutoff lines are to kind of show the difference. So mine right there, right about there.
Okay, I'm gonna actually count it off. So footstep, scientific. About 13 steps.
So the other side, we got kind of a different pattern, right? It's like this bowl pattern.
It's like a jagged pattern.
So go right at the middle peak. Yeah, right about there.
Like 25 feet, roughly.
That's pretty impressive considering we're right at about the same lengths.
Yeah.
With the AlphaRex being the same length and girthier. Let's turn the high beams on. All right, go ahead and do the high beams on the Morimotos. Okay, a little bit of a difference. Okay, high beams on the AlphaRex. Whoa! Wow. Okay, there's a big difference. So that's the Morimotos.
That's high beams?
Yeah. So what you got is you got more fill light right around the middle. The AlphaRex, we got a ton of extra light at the end.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, we got quite a bit of extra light right there at the end. Makes a huge difference. It is bright though. Holy shit, that's bright.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, just look at it's like looking at these two right now. It's almost like a transparent white from the Morimoto.
Yeah.
And like light coming off the AlphaRex is more of like a robust, super bright white light.
Do you know what Kelvin rating those are?
5500.
5500, yeah.
Do you remember what the AlphaRex was?
It was like around 6,000, I believe.
That is just cool.
This is what everybody wanted to see. This is
what's the two biggest headlight companies right now for the F-150s right now on the market, so.
All right guys, so next test we're gonna do, have these trucks go in a straight line at slow speeds to show you guys basically the contours of the road that they can pick up. This is a very important test to us off-roaders. See how they do. So on the left side, Morimotos. Is that the right way to say it? Morimotos? Both have similar cutoff lines. You can tell the difference in Kelvin rating, right? So ours have a little bit more blue to them. So it's a little bit more white than his. And his are definitely high. They're tuned a little high. You can definitely tell.
Whoa! Wow!
But basically, you can tell that my high beams need to be tuned. They're all over the place. Yours are pretty spot on in the middle, but it's like your low beams are pointed low and your high beams are pointed way high.
Yeah.
And then I got one that's like angry at me and giving me the eyeball.
Googly eye. Googly eye high beams.
Yep. But it is a difference. Look at the size of the high beam pattern on the AlphaRex compared to the Morimotos. It's about twice the size on the AlphaRex side. All right, so what do you guys think, guys? I mean, I think it's a very eye-opening experience, right? I think I'm definitely glad at the performance of the AlphaRex. I'm really happy with the light output. I'm surprised by the Morimotos. Honestly, I expected them to be much brighter. You know, they set the standard, so I expected them to be much, much brighter. So I think overall, the one thing I've noticed is like on a lot of the beam patterns and all that stuff, the AlphaRex wins out. But I think on the street driving when we're going down the trails, I think that little bit of extra light that the Morimotos have was a benefit. Right?
I could see that.
The AlphaRex has a more circular light around the front, which gives you a little bit better visibility overall, whereas the Morimotos is more like it kind of goes like it goes really wide, and then it goes narrow, and then it goes really focused in the middle.
So
Right?
it's almost like a W pattern, kind
Yeah,
of.
it's exactly. So I noticed that the Morimotos, they have that W pattern, which the W pattern does help a little bit on the trails. But I think once you turn on the high beams, the AlphaRex is better.
Game over.
Agreed,
Sorry.
agreed. Before we sign off, we got two things to cover. One is we got a discount code for all you guys that are following the channel. If you've seen some of our previous videos, you probably already saw it. But if you go on to alpharex.com and put in promo code Keep It Dirty Off-Road, you'll get 10% off the lights for the month of May. So that code is only good till 30 May. If you want a set, go ahead and use it. Keep It Dirty Off-Road will get you 10% off.
We've been after this comparison for like at least
Almost
a year.
Almost a year. We've been trying to get this comparison going for almost a year, so thanks a lot, man, for coming out and helping us out with this. We were a little scared to see how the AlphaRex were going to perform, right? Because, I mean, Morimoto set the standard.
Definitely had me on the edge of my seat when I was seeing them side by side, because it's like, come on, AlphaRex, come on, AlphaRex. I was like, that's what I got on my truck, that's what you got on your truck.
I know,
it's
and we are a little partial, right, because we work with those guys. We love their product. They've been great to us, but we're definitely happy to see that they stack up to the competition, and in a lot of ways they kick their ass, which is really, really awesome to see. All right, guys. Again, if you guys want a set, month of May, Keep It Dirty Off-Road, promo code on AlphaRex.com. That'll give you 10% off. That's good till the end of May, May 2020. For those of you guys watching this later, I'm really happy with the comparison. I think this is very eye-opening for me. Do you guys have any other closing thoughts?
If you got another headlight company you think could throw their name in the ring, then let us know in the comments.
Let us know, and we'll meet in the SoCal desert like we did and do a comparison.
Showdown at dusk.
That's right. Any closing thoughts, Gavin?
No closing thoughts, but definitely expectations were knocked out of the park with AlphaRex.
Thank you for coming out, man. Really appreciate it.
Check them out on Instagram, leadshark_F-150, Scraptor1023.
Right, and you guys know mine. We'll put all the links to everybody's Instagram page and all their social media pages below. We'll also put all the details on the lights if you guys want to get a set. And with that, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thanks, Gavin, for coming out. Thanks, Jason, for coming out, too.
I do what I can.
I guess. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Keep it dirty.